Star Report. I'm your host, Star. Welcome to the show. Tuesday evening, and I gotta slow it down, guys. I still have pneumonia. I'm still on meds. I still have the oxygen machine in my bedroom. I'm doing a little too much, and I overexerted myself after yesterday's show. And a couple of people called me and said, "Hey, take a few more days off." However, Deeds, who's the only admin or mod in the live chat, said, nah. My cash apps are a little light. So need you to get on the mic. Deeds said she needs me to get on the mic. Anyway, okay, tonight's show, SNAP benefits set to stop November the 1st due to the government shutdown. SNAP, in case you don't know, Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Still known as food stamps or the food stamp program nationwide, but they call it SNAP. So, I, like many of you, I want to see the chaos. I want to see the bullshit. I want to see Mammy barreling out of Walmart with 2 or 3 carriages. I don't give a fuck. I don't give fuck out of my way. I want to see it. Just being honest. However, it's a new day and time. I'm sure since the government shutdown, which is the third longest to date. Okay, there have been government shutdowns before, but now the one that we're in the middle of is the third longest to date. I'm sure that people have already set up some type of finesse, some type of online scamming, if you will, to counter what we will more than likely see again November the 1st, the stop of the SNAP benefits program. There are other food programs. I'm going to play a video, pardon me, that will give you a breakdown of different areas, different states, and how some of these food banks are already setting up in anticipation for the shutdown. Okay, so that's my main topic. Showrunner, prosperity preaching in the black church. You know what it is. You know what it is. I'm not going to go all the way back to Reverend Ike and prior to Reverend Ike, but Reverend Ike is one of the first in modern times, in case you don't know who he was. He used to sell prayer cloths. I think they were $20 back in the early 80s. A cloth that you would, you mail in an envelope and you get one and you would pray with the cloth. And he, at a time when back in the 70s, he and Liberace were like 2 of the biggest entertainers that used to wear diamonds, along with Sammy Davis Jr. And he was the guy who said once upon a time, the best thing I can do for poor people is not become one of you. Reverend Ike said that. I've told you this before. And Jay-Z took that line and flipped it around, and you may have heard that by way of Jay-Z, but that was Reverend Ike, who also was driving double R's back in the 70s and so on and so forth. Anyway, prosperity preaching. I want to talk to you about this evening. Because I want to take it a little bit slower on my voice and my breathing, I'm going to have David D. Cordova tap in from Today's Religious Talk. And David wants to readdress one of my other shows. Let me get that show. What was that topic? He's in the comments of one of my last shows, and he says no. With regards to can you manifest things for someone else? David says no. I was trying to, give some of you the benefit of the doubt who had been praying for me, sending me energy. David from Today's Religious Talk, pardon me, a very knowledgeable man. He says that's hogwash. I'll let him explain it, but if some of you want to address that particular showrunner and go back, tonight's a good night, because again, I'm not going to put too much pressure on my voice. Okay. And coming up a little bit later, I may or may not want to talk about MTV. Have you guys heard? I'm sorry, pardon me. Good evening in the live chat. Have you guys heard about MTV shutting down most of its channels? Not the flagship, not the flagship channel, MTV. MTV is still there. We may or may not talk about this later if anybody cares, but they're shutting down some of the music channels, MTV 80s, MTV 90s, Club MTV, MTV Live. I didn't even know half of this stuff was even still around. I used to host a show on MTV, for those who don't know, in 1999, a 1-hour show, 5 days a week. Anyway, okay. David, sit tight. I see you in the queue. We're going to bring him on screen. Let's go to the main topic. SNAP benefits set to stop due to the government shutdown, November the 1st. This story here comes out of Detroit, but there's other links as well. Pennsylvania, Illinois. Let's see what they're saying here in Detroit, okay? Here we go.
With SNAP benefits at risk due to the government shutdown, Detroit food pantries are preparing for a surge in demand.
Yeah, and Local 4's Will Jones is live on Detroit's west side tonight with how families are bracing for the impact. Will.
Ty and Kimberly, when people are struggling to put food on the table, they often turn to food pantries. If SNAP benefits are put on hold, food pantries like Gospel Tabernacle are ready to step in. About 40% of Detroit households rely on SNAP.
So if they're going to cut our benefits off, what are we expected to do?
Like tens of millions of Americans, Tanisha Flowers could lose her SNAP benefits next month because of the government shutdown.
There's nothing right about this at all.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture says SNAP has money to pay benefits through the end of October, but if the shutdown continues, about 42 million people could miss payments in November. SNAP helps low-income families put food on the table.
When I heard, I said, well, let me go start getting food now so I could put in the freezer, so I could put in my pantry, so it won't be so hard when it hit.
As a mother of 9, Flowers is turning to food pantries like Capuchin Soup Kitchen.
So all of this food is purchased from gleaners.
This food pantry is preparing for a surge in need.
The biggest thing is just trying to make sure that we still keep operating, and so trying to make sure that we're able to get the food in.
Phil Jones with the Detroit Food Policy Council has a message for lawmakers in Washington.
Shame on you. If you say you represent someone and you don't make sure that they're at least healthy and well fed, then shame on you.
Are you angry?
Very angry because it's not fair, it's not right. It's the government being irresponsible.
I would like to bring in Pastor Yvette Harper with Gospel Tabernacle. You run the food pantry at this church. First, let's just talk about what is the need right now.
We're seeing an increase in client visits, mostly seniors and adults with small children. We are making sure that the people in the community know that we're here to help. We work closely with the local school and the grocery store, even the Grand Price Market right down the street, to let people know that we're here to help.
What are you expecting if SNAP benefits are put on hold?
Yes, we are expecting even more people to come because they have expressed their concern about what's going on, and we just want them to know that we're here and we distribute free food twice per month.
When's the next one coming out?
November 8th. We're here 12 to 2.
And what should...
I'm going to stop that right there, okay? Let me say, if you are a senior citizen, or you are going through some type of hardship, or you need something to just get you by for a little while, then I see nothing wrong with you getting SNAP benefits. But I do not want to see people make a lifestyle over SNAP and other government programs and handouts. And of the maybe 5 or 6 videos that I watched, they seem to keep targeting Black people. Yes, no? Does anybody else want to chime in on that? Where are the Hispanics and the whites and the illegals, who are more than likely the biggest benefactors of SNAP? It just seems like they're using Black faces with regards to this reality. And again, if you've been through some type of family hardship, lost your job, lost your, I don't know, your career, then I feel for you. But some of these other people need to get a goddamn job and close your legs, okay? All right. I have to get a new pair of headphones, guys, because yesterday I was hearing static and stuff like that. Hopefully it's not coming out to you. Deeds will keep me posted. Hey, Jennifer, I got your email. Jennifer, I no longer use Cash App. If you can look on the screen, we use Venmo and we use PayPal, okay? Everybody else, you should know this already. We use Venmo and we use PayPal. Now, with regards to prosperity preaching in the Black church, that's my showrunner. I just want to play this one video. Many of you have seen this story already, okay? It has to do with Pastor Winans, okay? Hold on a second. Now, they're trying to clean this up, but at the same time, prosperity preaching via the Black church in America, it's all about money. I remember Reverend Ike saying he had to correct Apostle Paul. Anybody go back that far with regards to prosperity preaching? Let me play this video, and then I will bring in David D. Cordova to help me out so that I don't push my voice too much. Okay, here we go. Pay attention. This came out 4 hours ago.
But first, we need to clear up a major misunderstanding that's gone viral on social media.
On Sunday, Pastor Marvin Winans hosted a day of giving. Members of Perfecting Church were asked to donate $1,000 and raise another $1,000 to help finish the new sanctuary in Detroit and support their community programs. Pastor Winans asked those giving $2,000 or more to come to the front of the church first, with others following, from the largest donors to those donating as little as $1.62. But one member, Roberta McCoy, went viral after someone posted video of her coming to the front with less than $2,000, claiming she was rebuked by Pastor Winans. I spoke exclusively with both Pastor Winans and Roberta McCoy, who says she's been attacked online since that video began spreading. You're the woman in that viral video.
Right.
He did not rebuke you.
He absolutely did not rebuke me. Now, there's a difference. There was a correction, because let me clearly state that Pastor gave instruction on the lines to get into.
I was calling because the whole church was giving, and it was our day of giving, and the whole church was coming, and we didn't want people standing, the mothers and all that, so I was calling them by increments. And we had someone that had given out of before, and I corrected it, and I told everybody to listen and come when you call, and that's all that was.
Roberta told me Pastor Winans personally apologized to her. She's been a member of Perfecting Church since 2013 and has given faithfully over the years and will continue to do so.
Next. Okay, I'm sorry. I've had a little issue here with one of my wires. Kid, I got your donation. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. Let me bring in David D. Cordova so he can help me address this particular topic, okay? David, are you there, man? Good evening.
Hey, Star. How's it going?
Good to see you. Let me get your information on the screen or get it ready. You wanted to chime in about one of my topics from yesterday's show. You said, no, you cannot manifest things for other people. You want to start there first before we talk about prosperity preaching?
Sure, absolutely not. Yeah, I don't believe you can manifest anything for anybody other than yourself. So when it comes to people saying, oh, I'm going to pray for you, please hold your prayer. I always tell people, don't pray for me, because that's a scary place. And I don't want to live in that existence. I don't want to live in a world where my reality is shaped by other people's intentions for me, whether positive or negative, whether good or bad. So if someone can pray or put their intentions out for a positive outcome for your life, then to the contra positive, that means someone can also pray and put intentions out for a negative outcome for your life as well. So you cannot have one without the other. You can't. So it would be ignorant to how can you believe one without the other? So people are so willing to accept people praying for them, and you relinquish your power. Why would you want to relent your power to say that other people can shape my reality? You're going to give that type of power away? Oh, they prayed for me to get a job. They prayed for me to get married. They prayed for me to be successful. So what about the people praying on your downfall? What about the people?
Can I jump in?
Yeah.
Gonna jump in. Okay, so and for those who don't know, David, he is a social engineer, and religion is his forte. There's your information on the screen, youtube.com/@today'sreligioustalk. Big Elvis the Chef, I thank you for your donation. You, David, have addressed this on your platform before. You recently informed me of that. But now you're mystified, yes?
I'm a believer.
You're mystified. You subscribe to the unknown.
That is correct.
Okay. I do not. I'm respectful of those who do. I don't necessarily need to call them names. I mean, if somebody tries to get a little slick with me, then I say, well, I wish you would wake up from the dream. But for the most part, I like people to talk. I like for them to present their understanding of the unknown and so on and so forth. But now, if you are a believer and you subscribe to mysticism, how can you denounce people casting spells, warlocks, genies, witches? How can you denounce all of that if you say that people cannot manifest things for you, or energy to motivate someone, or bring them blessings, or anointings?
Okay, yeah. So it's important to make a distinction between intention versus a spiritual transaction.
Okay.
So most people are not prepared on the level to engage in spiritual pursuits or spiritual works. So as far as getting a result, you want to talk about witches and warlocks and stuff, people that access the spirit realm to do something, particularly harm to another person, right? So there's a total difference between wishing somebody ill and actually contacting a dark spiritual entity to do destructive harm to somebody. Totally, the average person can't do that, right? So if the average person saw a spirit or a demon, they probably fall down dead. If the average person called on a spirit and a spirit came to them, they'd probably faint. So, that would require an intermediary or a spiritual practitioner of some sort, and they don't come.
Hold on, hang on, if I can jump in. And folks, the phone lines are open with regards to some of these topics that we are gonna, churn out very, very slow. Do you believe in exorcisms, David D. Cordova?
Yes, I do believe you can exorcise dark spiritual entities, demonic entities. I do believe in that realm, and I do believe it exists. Mm-hmm. And certain individuals have that power to do that.
Can a village and or group bring out a demonic force from an individual or someone from the herd? Do you think that they can do that? Have they done that? I mean, if you're mystified, then where are the limitations? I'm not saying you're wrong, but you were in yesterday's show and you were going pretty hard, 10 toes down, getting at people. So I just want to be clear with regards to exorcisms. You say the average person can't do that, or what?
The average person's not prepared to do that because they're too scared. The average person, if someone was to summon a demon, they'd probably fall down dead. They'd probably drop or faint. So a spiritual practitioner or an intermediary who's able to access those spirits to do work, those are trained professionals, and they don't come cheap.
There's my good friend Gene Richmond, aka number 9, on a Tuesday night. Gene Richmond, are you there, sir?
Good friend is what it is, and I call for peace amongst you.
Peace, just
like Christ called for peace on the Sermon on the Mountain, okay, as he preached to his apostles. Okay. I want to ask one question to your prophet that sits on your show today. Did not Abraham, when he returned from the patronage in Genesis 14, did he not tithe to Melchizedek, who was the priest, in abundance.
Yeah, that's the first recorded tithe, actually. And the priesthood of Melchizedek, that was a stronger priesthood. That was the first one. But first, I just want to correct your opening statement, because you said about Jesus being about peace, when Jesus said he came to bring a sword, and he came to bring division and separate a family member from another family member. So Jesus is not coming with peace. He's not about peace. He's about war, and that's why his garment's stained with blood when he returns the second time. So we have a different idea about Jesus.
No, we don't have a different idea about Jesus. Now let's get back to the tithing. The tithes are called for to the priest, not just a jigaboo, not just a random prophet, but the tithe is called to give to the priest. Melchizedek received the tithe. The high priest Aaron received the tithe, but Moses did not receive tithe. David did not receive tithe. Abraham did not receive tithe. Hezekiah did not receive tithe. So not just any prophet could receive tithe. So the head of the church is entitled to tithe in abundance. This means not to give in a small portion, like you said, but to give in abundance, to give freely, to give wholly, to give the tithe. Because the high priest of the church is the arbiter of the church, and the tithe shall be received in abundance.
Okay, number 9. Can we let David
Nah,
respond?
man. Nah, you're not giving everything away. Nah. 10%. What are you doing? No, you're talking about Paul. Oh, give cheerfully as much as you can. He said, give as much as you can afford, and give with a joyful and a cheerful heart. He didn't say give up your whole paycheck. And I'm not against tithing. I'm against the misappropriation of funds. I'm asking for accountability. That's what I'm calling for. But tithing is a biblically based principle. And yes, you're right. It goes all the way back to Abraham and Melchizedek. You're absolutely correct on that. So tithing is a necessary principle. But I'm just saying, what do we do with the money? Because when Jesus returns, he's going to hold the church to account. So if Jesus is going to hold the church to account, why are not the congregants holding it to account? If I'm giving money, I want to know where that money's going. Where's the social programs, the child literacy? Who's teaching these kids to read? The crime rate, all these problems that we talk about all the time. What is it? The church has to play a role in social advocacy, and they're not doing that to the best of their ability, given the amount of.
David, can I jump in? Can I jump in for a second? Now, I don't know how the churches operate in Canada. Is there, accountability? Is there, or is it just throwing money into a wishing well, so to speak? How does one in Canada versus America go about seeing where the money is spent?
Well, that's the thing. I believe there's a lack of transparency, because all the churches that I ever attended in my life, whether it was the Roman Catholic Church, the different churches that I sampled during my journey, and I never got any form saying a breakdown of where the finances go. So I'm just saying, I'm calling for transparency and accountability, because they owe it to the congregants. They owe it to the congregants.
Can we let number 9 respond? Jim Richmond?
Now, when the Apostle Paul returned to Jerusalem and paid the tithe to the first priest of the church, Peter, did Paul turn to ask Peter, where would the tithe go to? What are the financials? Was it going to go to the Boys and Girls Club? Was it going to go to the offering table? Was it going to go here? Was it going to go there? No, they did not. When Peter, the priest of the church in Jerusalem, received tithes in abundance, it was not checked upon, what are the financials, or what are the tax write-offs, and where these tithes were going to go to. Tithes were given to the highest priest in abundance. There was no kind of roll call. There was no kind of checks and balances. Tithes are given in its most primo form, in abundance. So I want to completely disassociate this concept of giving what you have at bare minimum. There's not call for that. Peter did not call for it. Aaron did not call for it. Melchizedek did not call for it. And that's what I'm saying. Tithes are to be given in abundance, and a priest can regulate how much and how much tithe will be given in that particular time in the church.
So number 9, can I ask, do you yourself, tithe? Do you give to a church?
Well, I grew up Catholic. Of course, I've given my time. I was an altar boy. I've given my money, and I've given my time over the decades.
Do you still? Is the question now. Do you still?
I have not.
Okay.
As of late, I have not.
Okay.
I have to be honest. I have not. It's been quite some time since I've donated to the church, but I've donated to the church in the past.
Okay.
Yeah, and I just want to say, first of all, that was in the beginning of the church. That was from the church inception. That's when they first started this thing. So they were collectivizing and organizing and pooling their resources together to spread the ministry. So, Paul, he would have known where the funds were going from its inception. So he didn't need a financial statement at that time. That was the beginning of the church.
Okay. Number 9, anything else you want to add to the conversation, or are you good? Did you land your plane? I appreciate you, chiming in.
I want to say it just like this. I ask that all false prophets cease and desist on this show. I ask that all rabble-rousers, I ask that all jigaboos, all cult leaders that come on this show.
We're trying to have a decent conversation.
Cheers.
Number 9, come on. Just give me your A game. Close it out on this particular topic, please. Your A game.
Well, I want to say I think it's a good topic, but I wanted to say that the prosperity preacher has a role in the grand scheme of things. You have preachers who have primary objectives as to preach to grace. You have preachers that preach directly to salvation, and then you have the prosperity aspect. And I think what we saw with this recent bishop is not a sign against this bishop, but it's an understanding that once you tithe, there is a recommendation, and you can tithe in abundance, and the priest or preacher can ask for a specific amount. It is sanctioned.
Okay, I appreciate the call, man.
Thank you.
All right, Gene Richmond, Tuesday night. Penelope, I got your donation. I'm not sure with regards to SNAP benefits. I do have my notes here. David, what do they have up in Canada with regards to the equivalent to SNAP benefits? Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program. Do you know?
Just food banks. We have a plethora of food banks that people can access these resources through the city, through their municipality, if they're in need. But we also have welfare.
Okay. Let me go to area code 340. Hey there, good evening, 340, talking about these SNAP benefits set to stop due to the government shutdown November the 1st. Are you there? 340.
Salute.
Hey.
Salute, star 1051 I'm checking in, man.
1051, the honorary FBA. How are you, man?
Super tether, yeah. What's up, star, man?
What's up, man?
Salute, David, salute.
Thank you.
Yeah, what's up, guys?
Start. Yes, sir.
So, I'm gonna start with the SNAP thing. I'm not sure, what's gonna happen, but I like to give a little advice if I can.
Please.
That could be helpful.
Please.
If they are to shut off the SNAP, right? What you do is you turn the AC on when you leave the house, and you put on like an hours long marathon or something. You put it on loud in your house, right? Because she's gotta eat. So what you do is you put on the TV loud in the house, you put your AC on, and you let your dog loose if you have a gated yard, and that should give you a little, you know what I'm saying, a little heads up, a little pushback, you know what I'm saying, to the folks that aren't gonna be too happy about the snaps being shut off. You know what I'm saying? That's just a little advice.
I hear you. I'm just not clear on what that all means. We're talking about nationwide, many different ethnicities, nationalities here in America. But now you're in the Virgin Islands. You're not in America, right?
Right. I'm in the islands right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
islands. So what do you guys do out there with regards to supplemental, programs and things like that when people can't?
We got SNAP too. We got SNAP too, but the legislators are already talking about using some local funds to cover that while the federal government's getting it together. They already said that they're making plans to still subsidize the SNAP benefits from our local monies. So, until they can get it together. So we're not really worried down here about that at the moment.
Okay. The other topic, prosperity preaching in the black church. Black churches in
terrible,
the Virgin
bro.
Islands, and any experience, anything you can share with us?
Yeah, I mean, is this that whole mentality, the whole prosperity thing is evil. It's opposed to the Bible itself. It's opposed to Scripture. The purpose of the church, the main purpose of the church, Scripture, biblically speaking, right, is to spread the gospel and to make disciples. That's the main thing. Everything else is secondary. Everything else is administrative. You know what I'm saying? So, we're not supposed to be. Tithing is a thing that God gave to the nation of Israel. It was their tax system, right? And it's also a spiritual thing. It is a spiritual thing, because you're showing God, I believe in you, and I trust you to take care of me. But at the same time, it's not a thing that you buy blessings with, and that's what the black church is doing now. The congregation, they aren't exactly victims. Most of them aren't victims because they're coming in believing what the pastor's saying. If you give me this money, then this blessing is going to come, and that's evil. You know what I'm saying? You can't.
Let me jump in and say, as a non-believer, I can't necessarily say that they're victims. I can't say that.
No, they're not.
Well, hang on. Well, you just said victims, but as a non-believer,
no, I said they aren't. I said they aren't.
Oh,
they aren't.
Okay.
They are not.
Okay. Because
they are not, because they are tempting.
I see a lot of people as willing participants, and if they get some type of comfort or feeling or Holy Ghost, have either one of you guys, David or 1051, ever seen anybody in the church, with the Holy Ghost?
Oh man.
Yes, no. Have you seen it?
Seen it all. I've seen them roll around on the ground. And seen them, the pastor lay hands and they get the wiggling and screaming and talking all kind of gibberish. And it's not biblical though. It's not biblical.
It's not gibberish. They're talking in tongues. Tongues.
No, that's not tongues. That's not tongues in the Bible.
Okay.
See, if we're gonna talk about Christianity, right? The Bible's our book, right?
Let's talk. That's what we're doing. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Come on.
So we go by the book. We go by the book, right?
One at a time, guys. One at a time. Go ahead.
No, I was saying that's an ancestral spirit that came in the church. They must have summoned someone's great-great-grandmother. That ain't the Holy Spirit. That's a ritual.
I agree. Because biblically speaking, right, when you see tongues in the New Testament, right, being done, Paul is telling them that, hey, if someone's going to speak in tongues, you better have a translator. Someone has a gift to translate the tongues because it's for the edification of the church, right? So if you don't have someone that can translate the tongues, then you have to hold your peace.
Okay.
So what they're doing in the church nowadays, that's not tongues biblically. That they're doing what they want. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
1051, I appreciate you, man. I thank you for your time and your continued support.
Salute, guys.
Yes, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
David D. Cordova is assisting me tonight, guys. We're talking about SNAP benefits set to expire all across America. I've got more videos to play, but you should know how this is going to impact many people, millions. Let me say again, if anybody is going through hardships or senior citizens are living on a budget, then yeah, I don't want to see them lose benefits, but we're getting ready to face a national crisis, if you will. Hold on a second. Lydia, I got your donation. Absolutely, you can call in. Phone number's on the screen. And Sir J. Timothy, I got your donation. Hold on a second. There's other people in the queue. I want to make sure I'm addressing some of these other. Okay, guys, I'm not sure if Rory is available tonight, but I did speak with him earlier. Let me go to area code 314. Hey there, good evening. Talking about SNAP benefits in America stopping November the 1st due to the government shutdown. Are you there? 314.
I am, sir. What's up, Star?
How are
Good
you?
to see you.
Hey, thank you, man.
Good to see you thriving and doing well, man. We missed you.
Thank you. Thank you. Where do you want to start?
Yeah, I mean, as far as, you had mentioned earlier, I'm seeing online, I don't know how legit it is, but when this goes down, I think this crash out and this chaos is by design. We got, National Guard on a lot of city streets. But anyway, as far as, once November 1st, once this hits, I think it's going to be, you're talking 40 million plus people that are going to be affected by this. And I'm seeing, trends online that there's going to be this mass crash out of going into your Walmart, your grocery stores, and just rolling out with whatever they want. And I think, my default mode is conspiratorial, unfortunately, but I think that a lot of this is by design because it's an old Latin phrase, ordo ab chaos. I think they want to bring order to the chaos that they've allowed to create.
Okay. I'm not a conspiracy theorist. However, the timing is a little odd because the Supreme Court just approved the National Guard, allowing them to go into Portland, Oregon. I think I'm not sure if somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. The National Guard going into Chicago, that's going to happen soon. So now we may or may not see crash outs November. I don't know.
I hope not.
What's that?
I hope not. Because I think, the timing of everything, I think there's just so much going on. I think they're pushing us towards.
Sir, you want to see the crash outs just like I do. Stop the cap.
That is a whole fact, sir. You are absolutely correct. I've been sitting back, sipping my tea with the popcorn for years now. No, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
Listen.
I'm in St. Louis, so I know they're coming here too.
Yeah, I want to get a Foster's beer, and I want to sit back on my laptop. I want to see shootings. I want to see a purge. Come on.
It is going down, but like I said, with that problem reaction solution, it's a slippery slope, man. I always say, be careful of the precedents we are cool with allowed to be set because I think a lot of this National Guard stuff that's going on, it's supposed to fight crime, it's supposed to fight immigration, but I think that's just kind of the Trojan horse, if you will, to kind of start setting up shop for this 21st century surveillance state. Digital ID going on in the UK, which potentially could come here based off of immigration, etc. We just got to be careful of these precedents we're allowed to set.
Yeah. Hang on a second. Thank you for the correction. KF says the appeals court judge approved troops in Portland, Oregon. Thank you so much. Okay, so listen, showrunner, we're talking about prosperity preaching in the black church. Any comments, any thoughts? Or you can go beyond the black church. Prosperity preaching is big business now. I'm sorry, you said you are in St. Louis. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I really got nothing on that one, man. I hate to sound cliche, but I'm more spiritual than religious. I think, and no disrespect to David, I think there's a kind of a large hustle within, organized religion, et cetera. They don't have to pay their 501c3s. I think it is. They don't have to pay tax. There's kind of a big hustle to it, but I think they pimp the game, unfortunately. But I definitely believe, like you were talking about the other day, there's a frequency, there's a oneness to all of this. And I think I'm just saying the religion kind of, like Bruce Lee said, solidifies that which is once fluid. But I think, be water, my friend. I think that's more of the spiritual side of it.
I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm glad to see you're doing well, Star. We'll miss you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay. Hey, Stacy Galore. Like the stream, contact me. Remote business opportunities. Okay. StacyGalore.com/business. Yes, Stacy Galore is hiring. People are saying martial law coming to a city near you. Don't we want to see that? Come on. We have all become desensitized. I don't watch regular TV. If I'm not looking at violence or somebody being set set on fire or shot, I'm not entertained. I have to be honest. Hold on a second, David. Guys, we're taking your calls. We are talking about the SNAP benefits due to stop here in America, and also a few other topics as well. Area code 216. Good evening. Late night. Are you there? 216. Yes, no, maybe. Got to keep it pushing. Let's go to area code. What about now? Yes, no, maybe. 216.
Yo, hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm right here.
How are you, sir?
Yeah.
Good evening.
How you doing, man? Welcome back, man. Welcome back. I'm glad you're doing well.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Appreciate that.
I say by the time I just been on about 10 minutes. I saw the showrunner about the SNAP benefits.
Yeah.
I do believe it's like a partial conspiracy into it as well. I agree with the last caller with the sentiment. How things seems to be like a Trojan horse, kind of. It just seems a little funny, the timing, how things are going. But on the flip side to it, you got to see the brightness in every darkness. There's a light.
Okay.
And as a truck driver, bills is paid, money is stacked. It makes sense why I've been getting a whole bunch of text messages and phone calls from females that I ain't spoke to in a minute. Now it makes so much sense. That SNAP benefits starting to running out. I'm tricking.
They're trying to line you up.
It's going to be a trick fest. No, Thanksgiving coming up, SNAP benefits running out. I'm buying kids Team Jordans. I'm paying low income housing rent. I'm paying Section 8 rent. Oh, I'm in there like a fat rat. I'm getting big head. What's this?
Are you admitting to tricking, sir, respectfully? Are you admitting to tricking?
I only trick with women in poverty.
Okay. Okay.
And I love it.
Okay.
Welcome. I am here. I am Captain Saver, a poverty-stricken STNA. I love it. I love it. If you're an STNA and you smell like cucumber melon, hit my line up. I got you, baby. You ain't got to worry about SNAP benefits. Scotty Jenkins here, baby.
I appreciate you, man. Salute. Thank you.
Welcome back.
Okay. All right. Hold on a second, guys. I was looking for more information on the SNAP benefits shutdown. I had a really good video. I seem to have lost it. Deeds says some states like New Jersey, Texas, and PA are reporting food stamps already loaded prior to November the 1st may also be unusable. Whoa. Hold on a second, David. I was looking for a video here. Historians have found losing stamp. Let me see if this. Let me see if this gives more detail. Guys, I'm coming to the phones. Just sit tight. I got David DiCordova assisting me tonight. I have to preserve my voice. I overdid it last night. Here we go.
Well, Houstonians are at risk right now of losing their SNAP benefits, and the state needs the shutdown to end as soon as possible. Next week would be even better. KPRC2 investigator Bill Spencer breaks down just how many households in our area could be left without food in their pantries.
Yes, it is a sad fact that if this government shutdown continues another week past October 27th, millions of Texans who depend on SNAP benefits to feed their families, to feed their children, will be going without.
It's a very painful situation to have to deal with because I'm still recovering from when my stamps were stolen in April of this year.
Leandre Levi already had her SNAP benefits stolen by thieves who hacked her SNAP card information earlier this year. Now she feels like she's being robbed again by lawmakers in Washington who can't seem to end the government shutdown. This isn't a luxury, she says. This is food for her family.
Holidays are coming up. What are we going to do? Food pantries, they're helpful, but they don't give you enough. Kids still hungry, and I have to deal with that, and it's heartbreaking.
On Capitol Hill, Republican Senator John Cornyn blames Senate Democrats for the shutdown.
Senate Democrats have voted 9 times against a House-passed short-term funding bill that would immediately reopen the government. Senate Democrats are literally taking food from the mouths of hungry children.
On the other side, Democratic Congressman Al Green told me by phone today that Republicans could end the shutdown now by invoking the so-called 51-vote rule, which wouldn't require any Democrat lawmaker votes.
The shutdown can be ended today. It could have been ended the day that it started if my Republican colleagues, but only senator has to suggest to the presiding officer that this should be passed with 51 votes or more.
The number of people affected by all this in our area is staggering. In Harris County, 642,890 people depend on SNAP benefits of $395 a month. In Fort Bend County, 63,389 people receive $385 a month. And in Montgomery County, 56,273 people are receiving $399 a month in SNAP benefits. Losing that money in November, Leandre says, would be simply devastating.
It's hard to have to look at your children in their eyes and not be able to feed them.
The sad fact is, across 10 Houston area counties, a total of 877,000 people.
Okay, I'm going to stop that right there. Again, it just seems like they're focused on black people. They keep going to black people for the news talks. Hold on a second. Hey there, area code 510. Late night, we're talking about a few topics. Are you up to speed? 510.
Sorry, yeah. I'm up to speed.
Hey.
Hey, how you doing? Star, this Spinks from the Bay Area. I've been on there before.
Hey, what's up?
I had to chime in real quick.
Come on.
Yeah. Hey, I don't like old boy that just got off the line too, advocating and talking about how he gonna trick off his money to women that's in poverty. Even my wife was like, "What type of man would even say that?" But that's him. You know what I'm saying? He drives trucks, so I'm pretty sure he paid for a lot lizards. But let's get to this EBT thing because this is a serious thing. I'm in the Bay Area. I'm gonna be honest. If people don't get their food stamps, and I'm not talking about me, it's just a lot of people that's gonna go wild out here and just take advantage of that situation for the fact it's the holidays. Some people not working, and I'm not saying that's cool, but I'm gonna be honest, it's gonna get ugly in these grocery stores. But the bigger picture is what is just really gonna mean, and like I don't know if they're trying to shake us up. It's not a funny thing. I don't really know what's gonna happen to take food stamps away from people around the holidays, which I think people should be trying to work and not rely on the government. But it's definitely gonna cause a lot of drama in the hood. And
Can I ask, how far are you away from San Francisco? How far are you away?
I'm nowhere by San Francisco. I'm by Oakland. I'm to San Francisco over the bridge.
Okay.
It's different over there.
No, I know it's different, but the reason why I asked you is because San Francisco has become such a ghost town, if you will. Last I checked, right? A lot of businesses closed down, the malls. So I'm
every CVS.
Right. So I'm agreeing with you that it's going to get really ugly out there. That's just want to be clear. Go ahead.
And so, and I'm like, damn, I don't know, man, because I ain't really heard people talking about it, but I caught this quick because I watch a lot of social media, I watch a lot of YouTube. But a lot of people are already saying what they're going to do if they don't get their stamps this month. They're going to run in the stores. I'm going to be honest. Out here, the theft level was high. People are walking to grocery stores where I'm from and fill up their cart and walk out. It's like that. They used to doing it. You can't even go in Walgreens and get a deodorant. It's bad out here. Everything locked up. So when this happens, it's just going to make so many people go out and steal. And then what they're going to do, shut down the stores, put us on lockdown. I'm just wondering what's going to be the after effect of this after Halloween and when November 1st hit and then EBT, that money don't come. Is it a wake up for a lot of people to stop relying solely on the government? Because I don't think nobody should be sitting up for 30 days a month and waiting for just that and being okay with that. Like, if you able to work, you should get up and go do something unless you just cripple and you can't do it. That's how I feel. I don't feel like food stamps getting cut off should make us be like it's the end of the world. No, it's not. It just show you it's time that you got to do stuff for yourself. You can't rely on the government to just feed you. Like they tired of being right. And that's all I really wanted to say. But I ain't gonna lie.
No, I appreciate.
I ain't gonna say too much on it. I ain't gonna say too much. I don't want to sound.
I appreciate your input, man. I'm watching like everybody else, but I'm being honest. I do want to be entertained. David, you want to chime in? This man's calling from the Bay.
Yeah,
David.
Yeah, I want to say the Bible says that man will transgress for bread. So what that basically means is poverty. No, that basically means that poverty equals crime, and that's exactly what you said.
Right.
So it's funny because when
true.
I had a biblical, I basically said exactly what you said, but with a biblical reference, and you said, "Oh God." But this is straight Bible.
You know why? Because look. Go ahead. Nah, you're right. Because we is in the end times. I think I'm just at that point when, like, I respect it, but I just be like, oh no, because you're right. It is gonna make crime. Hey, but I'm like, I'm gonna keep it real. As much as I'm being serious, I ain't gonna lie. If somebody get a lot of food and they want to resell it to me, I might buy this shit. I might.
Bingo.
And if they start taking shit, I might give me some shit and tell me like everybody. Fuck it. I ain't gonna lie. As much as I want to be all,
I just need you to watch the F-bomb. Sir, you're doing good, but please watch the F-bomb. That's all I ask. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, my bad. I tell you that. But I'm not gonna go out there and just start stealing. I mean, but if I'm in the loop where I see it, it's not what I want to happen. But I ain't going. I'm like Star. It might be some drama, and hey, I ain't gonna lie. We do. It's not that we want to see it, but we know that it might happen. So we like, hey, who not gonna talk about it? You know what I'm saying? Who not gonna want to see the stores getting hit? People pushing out every
streets got to eat.
State, so
streets got
to eat, and that's all I want to say. I don't want to take too much time. Shouts out to you, Star.
I appreciate
the
call.
Fall back and just keep watching the show.
Yes, sir. Blue. Okay.
You see how adverse people are to the Bible? Isn't it crazy that you could actually say the identical thing that they're saying, but they're so obstinate towards it? If you create the conditions of destitution, you can.
The Bible, in my opinion, is a beautiful book of folklore. So yes, there's many things that will match. Hold on a second. Match what is said in the Bible. Blade, I got your email. What is Blade saying? Okay, SNAP benefits gone, but $40 billion to Argentina. Okay. And a couple of people are already trying to send me more information on Creflo Dollar. Guys, we already corrected it. Creflo Dollar was trying to get $65 million for that jet. Someone else sent me something about a book of spells. Is it Mikkel? Mikkel, did you send that to David? David's information is on the screen. Today's Religious Talk on YouTube.
Yeah. Spells are useless if you're not going to call a spirit. If you're not able to talk to the dead, put the spell book away. Spells are useless. Witchcraft is useless. All that stuff is useless.
So you don't believe in duppies, David?
Of course, I believe in them, but I don't believe the average person can talk to one. That's the problem.
Hold on a second. Why are you on that list? Hello,
young man.
Yeah. Why are you on that list?
Lyndon Baines Johnson, 1967 Welfare Reform Act.
Come on.
And people are still relying on that today. And isn't it a shame, Star, that your average black family prior to that lived better than African Americans do today? Why is that?
Tell us. You have the floor. Tell us. Come on.
Well, that bill took the black man right out of the family picture. So now the family father figure is the United States government for the last 60 years.
You're absolutely right. But now stay with me. We're also talking about other people, not just black people, with regards to these SNAP benefits. Yes?
I understand. Correct. But it seems like African Americans are more provoked with this disappearing than other minorities are. Is that a factor, or am I mistaken?
Well, I've already somewhat sort of addressed it, via the news. They're showing black people. Why aren't we seeing the illegals, the Hispanics, who are also going to be affected by this SNAP shutdown?
I'll tell you why. Because there's 190 countries on 7 continents in your city right now, all different nationalities. And the difference is all of those nationalities, they live together. They eat together. That's the difference.
I'm listening. Dave, do you want to chime in? I'm trying to do something on the screen here, but go ahead. You have the floor.
So you're basically saying they pool their resources and they work together. And that's something that we've always heard with immigrant families. And that's how they always attack the black people, by saying that they're heavily reliant on government subsidy, and they pull up yourself by the bootstraps and go out and work. We've all heard this before. This is old stuff, you know. The government replaced the black man, took him out of the household, you know, made the black woman dependent. Like this is all old news, man. We've all heard this before.
It is not a mystery. It is not anything new. Women in America choose to have children to have benefits for themselves. Okay? And it shows by the conduct of people's character, young adults today, with the looting and the rioting. And unfortunately, racism has been justified today. Okay? Because where I'm at is the second largest Somali population. They got their own communities. They have their own churches. They have their own neighborhoods. And they don't kill each other.
Okay, so if that's what the government wants, then why are they taking away the food stamps? So if ultimately they want to remove the provider out of the household.
Why?
So, sir, can you let David respond? I'll let you speak one at a time.
Yeah.
So if ultimately that's what the government wants, to remove the black male presence from the home and to make the female heavily reliant on government subsidy, if that's what they want, then why are they removing the food stamps then?
Let me ask you something, young man. You seem somewhat intelligent. Again, there's 190 plus countries on 7 continents. Every soul wants to come here to the United States. Let me ask you something. Out of all these nationalities, women in particular, how many women in these nationalities do you know that have multiple children by multiple different men, and none of those men are in the household? And how many nationalities do you know that play that role?
But why though? Why do you think that? Why do you think that's endemic within?
No. Why does it happen? Is the question. Don't ask me why do I think that. Why do I think that? Is because African American babies are used as pawns.
Listen to
the African
guys, one at a time. Because listen, hold on, David, sir, listen to me. Sir, you have to listen. If you cannot listen, got to get you out of here. I can't do the screaming, the yelling, and the shouting. It's one at a time. I don't want to get a headache here. I'm still bouncing back from pneumonia. I appreciate your call.
I apologize.
No, it's okay. But here's the thing.
No, you know what?
No. Listen. Land your plane. I can appreciate you being fixated on black people. Give me another perspective on other people. Everybody's not going to just be, sitting around looking at black people. Give me another perspective. Land your plane.
Let me ask you. Okay. Well, how come a different minority has given you the same response as what you get from an African American male about these benefits? Let me get a Hispanic American to come on your channel right now and express his thoughts.
Okay, you want to call back?
Yeah. Give me some Somali.
Sir, you've got to stop yelling. Stop. I can't do it. I'm going to play another video. You want to hang on, or what do you want to do? But you can't keep yelling at me. I don't have the energy for that.
I apologize. I'm a little
Okay.
I apologize.
I appreciate the call, man. Salute. Thank you. Hang on a second. Dee just sent me another video here. I'm sipping OJ still, guys. Everybody, hold on. It seems like they're just fixated on black people. Let me see if this gives a different perspective about SNAP benefits. Here we go.
Some states are warning the federal food assistance program, known as SNAP, could run out of funding and recipients might not receive full benefits come November.
In LA County, more than 1.5 million people rely on the state's CalFresh program to feed their families. In San Bernardino County, 377,000 people rely on CalFresh. In Riverside, it's nearly 347,000. In Ventura County, the number is around 78,000. And in Orange County, it's just over 316,000 who rely on CalFresh.
Well, CBS LA's Michelle Gili now speaking with one woman who is concerned about what could be ahead.
And this is from the food delivery place.
The mayor of Laguna Woods, like many of her neighbors who live on fixed incomes, has a new worry as the federal government shutdown drags on. Officials say tens of thousands of low-income people in Orange County, like Sherry Horn, may not be getting their next CalFresh nutritional food benefit.
Oh, I'm very concerned. There's a lot of people here that depend on that.
Horn, who cares for her husband with disabilities, receives $220 on her EBT card the first week of each month to buy groceries.
I get vegetables, rice, fresh fruit, fresh lettuce, soy meat.
Orange County leaders say if the government isn't funded by Thursday, there will be a delay in CalFresh money distributed from the feds to the states and eventually individual counties.
$62 million a month is what is distributed into the Orange County economy through these EBT cards that people can use to go buy food at local grocers. That $62 million actually equates to more than $100 million a month into our local economy. 95% of all the small businesses in Orange County are family owned. These are residents that live right here, so they're not getting that revenue.
Sherry Horn was caught off guard and wonders if other seniors in Laguna Woods know that their CalFresh payments are in jeopardy.
It's very challenging. I hadn't thought about what we would do because I didn't know that this was going to happen.
The director of Orange County's Social Services says if the government shutdown stretches into mid-November, it's quite possible that CalFresh recipients could lose the entire monthly payment as Thanksgiving approaches. Orange County officials say if people need food, they should call 211. In Santa Ana, Michelle Gili, CBS LA.
Okay. Nice to see the news focus on somebody other than black people. David, what say you?
Yeah, always. They always focus on black people. They always want to assassinate the character and just destroy the black image. It's sickening. It's like, find something else to talk about. But just switching gears back to prayer, right? Since everyone believes in prayer so much, why doesn't everyone get together and pray that they restore this program and restore these EBT cards or whatever so that the families can get food? Why don't we pray for them, right? Since prayer is so effective, pray to release the food stamps, because we know it's nonsense. That's why, because we know the prayer doesn't work, right?
Wow. Hold on. So you're making it clear you do not think that prayer works.
In most cases, no, it doesn't. Okay. Because most people, they either pray for a request to get something or they pray to reverse God's judgment. There's only two real forms of prayer. One is a request, please give me something. And the other is to reverse a verdict that's already been tried. You can't pray away God's judgment. And that's the problem with the church. They mistake God's judgment. No, they mistake God's judgment for Satan's attack. But little do they know, Satan works for God. He's on the payroll.
What about praying for forgiveness? Does that not work?
That you can do because that's the individual. So from the person to God, one-on-one, that you can do because repentance is of the heart.
Hang on a second, Dave. Stay with me. Area code 646. Good evening. Talking about a few topics. Late night. Are you there? 646.
Yes. Good evening, Star.
Good evening.
How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Glad you're back. I have a theory of the propaganda regarding showing African Americans primarily when it comes to just SNAP benefits. and I want you to hear me out.
Please.
The Germans had a word, and it was for undesirable people. They called them worthless eaters. Worthless eaters. When they were willing to give an excuse to take a certain element out of their population. I think it was disabled people first, and then it progressed towards the small hat community. But I actually think something more sinister here. This is just the way my mind works. So the annual budget, I believe, is like $100 billion for SNAP benefits. What if, right? What if Donald Trump and his marketing genius offers reparations as opposed to SNAP? Hear me out.
I'm listening. Take your time. Come on.
Yeah. What if he offers reparations and says, hey, guess what? The Democrats don't want to feed you. Here's some reparations, but you can never apply for SNAP benefits again. And voila, more money for poor whitey people. You get a one-time payment. It kind of reminds me of the Dave Chappelle skit because that's where I drew it from. It's like, oh, man. When he had that whole joke about, oh, they gave reparations, and the news reporter said, I can't believe these people are giving us the money right back.
Can I jump in for a second?
And sure, go ahead.
Salute to Dave Chappelle, but let's deal with reality here. I just pulled up some information to remind myself. The modern 6 p.m. network evening news in the United States emerged in 1963. When CBS expanded its broadcast to half-an-hour format. So this exploiting of Black people, if you will, goes back to the 60s in terms of, showing people when families sat down at dinner, together, showing them and trying to program the masses who were the undesirables and what they were going through and how they're always going to be dependent on programs and things of that nature. So that's what we started out, or I started out mentioning, but these SNAP benefits are going to affect a whole lot of people. Would you agree? Not just Black people. I mean, they're only 13% of the population, right?
Right. But, I don't disagree with that at all. It's not just going to affect it's not going to affect just one group of people. Of course, it's going to affect millions of people. But here's the other side of it, though. When people are hungry, they don't vote. They don't vote. And, there's an election coming in many states. There's a governor's election here. I mean, here in New York City, you got a mayoral election. You have certain states that are in play. That some congressional seats are up in the air. Some Senate seats are up in the air. So this is organized, order out of chaos that I'm seeing here. When people are hungry, they don't care about voting. They're not going to care about voting. What's the old saying? People are 3 meals away from anarchy. Well, we're starting to.
Can I ask what area you're calling from, sir? What state?
I'm from New York. I'm in New York.
Okay.
Yes, I'm in New York State.
Are you in New York City? Because you guys have that race for the mayor is getting pretty tricky. Yes, Curtis Sliwa has been asked to step down, or are you upstate New York?
No, I'm not upstate. I'm in Westchester.
Oh, okay.
I'm a little bit north.
Oh,
I'm a little bit north. Yeah.
You're eating high up off the hog, sir. You're eating good.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm in the backyard of the power. Yes, for sure.
I appreciate the call.
Okay.
Excuse me. I appreciate the call, man. Thank you.
All right. God bless, man.
God
Have
bless
a good night.
you, sir. God bless. God bless. Hold on a second. Area code 347. Are you there? Good evening. Please watch the language. 347.
Hey, what's up, Star?
Hey, how are you? Who's this?
I'm good. I'm good. This is Rob. Rob from Queens, New York.
How are you, sir? Where do you want to start?
I just want to start on these SNAP benefits, man. I read somewhere it's like 46 million Americans will be affected by this.
Yeah.
And I personally, I think it's just crazy, and it seems like, I don't know, I could be wrong, but it just seems like this whole presidency of Trump is just going all the way left from what people thought they were voting for. and to what they're actually getting, because this guy hasn't done anything of notable, like of anything of amazing for the people as of yet. And this is just one of the prime examples. So all this guy does is top level grifting for himself and his family, and he is continuously just taking revenge tours, indicting people. That's all he's doing, and you know, taking photo ops. So this,
tell us how you really feel.
And
I'm just playing. Come on. You're doing great.
So to me, this is just part of it, of a failed presidency of a guy who is already delusional. We used to make fun of Biden. This guy is right on the same line. This guy can't hold a conversation together. He's short-tempered. And
you're talking about President Trump, yes? When you say this guy, I want to be clear.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, I'm 40 years old.
Okay.
I was born and raised from a mom off of welfare. I can't imagine what's going on today with women who are caring for kids, single parent households, and what they're going through if this thing goes through, if these guys don't come to a decision. And
can I jump in?
There's a clip. I'll say one thing. There's a clip where Trump is saying that if there's ever a government shutdown, you should blame the president.
Okay.
Well, he's the president, and we have a shutdown.
Do you put any blame on the Democrats at all for this shutdown that's going on right now?
I think for this, exactly what I said. I want to stick to what he's been saying, where if there's a government shutdown, it is the president's fault.
Fair enough.
And he is sitting there and he is not helping. And mind you, all the people are, to take note what you're saying, they keep showing black people. The majority of the people, from what I understand, are going to be Caucasians that are affected by this.
Right.
Yeah. So it's crazy to me. It's crazy to me why, like you said, all the newscasters keep showing black people, but it's literally, they telling you healthcare, all these SNAP benefits. It's going to be majority of people in red states who are affected by this. Right. So
if I can just jump in for a second, when the crime starts to happen, I'm sure they're going to show us black people trying to run out of the supermarkets, getting tackled, beat up,
for sure,
pepper sprayed and shot. They're gonna focus on black people. Go ahead.
For sure. It makes for good television, right? It makes for good television when you show black people who are the ones who are unruly. But in actuality, when you go to states like Oklahoma, who got a population who are meth heads and everything else under the sun, those are the ones that are going to be committing those crimes, who haven't, if they haven't already. And they're the ones that are going to be affected by this. So to me personally, again, as a child who grew up from a mom off of welfare, I do understand how important those things are, and those are the difference between eating or staying hungry for the night.
Okay.
And it's a shame. It's a shame that these politicians, mainly Trump, just will not do exactly what needs to be done to end it. Instead, all we're seeing is smoke screens about the Gaza stuff, and the Gaza stuff, if I'm not mistaken, they're saying that this is falling apart. The peace treaty is falling apart. Yeah. So yeah, that's just my 2 cents.
I appreciate the call, man. Salute.
All right.
Yes, sir. Okay. Bethlehem is a city in the West Bank, a territory that is not part of Israel, located just south of Jerusalem. Right, David?
Yeah, Palestine. It's in Palestine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know where that woman was from, but she was consumed by the feeling. Wait a minute, huh? This is my homie, Big Elvis, the chef Rosenberg, the man who made everybody just stop and pause. Do you know that, Elvis? You had a lot of people that got choked up.
Right. I saw the comment section. It was pretty intense.
Well, listen,
this is one of the first times I ever got that much praise, and the whole, all the times I called.
Well, you were genuine, and you moved me, man. I said, whoa, hey, and just you are appreciated, man. You're really appreciated, Elvis.
Yeah, thanks, Star. I appreciate you too. It was definitely difficult to hold it together,
I thank you.
and it
Seriously.
was really heartfelt. And you are appreciated.
Thank you.
I wanted to talk about this SNAP situation.
Please.
And and hello, David. Love your work. Uh,
Thank
so
you very much.
I wanted to say that all of this is typical government. Like, a lot of people, they think they so woke and they think they know so much, but as soon as something hits home, they just start freaking out. I'm like, wait a minute. Don't we know that the government creates the problem, reaction, solution? So the government is creating the problem of taking away the SNAP, and then they're going to control the reaction with a solution, and the solution is universal pay, where AI is taking over all these jobs. If you're trying to be a journalist, or you're trying to get into tech, or you're trying to do coding, any of these jobs, AI is basically taking your job away. Right. And then if they take away SNAP, then that leaves more people on an even playing field. You see, because we're in a capitalistic society, we have to have the bottom. There has to be a bottom for the capitalistic society to work. So now, SNAP is considered the bottom. So people are not going to want to take anything, but if we make it a universal pay, then it evens out the minds of the people with their solution. And I think Zuckerberg was one of the first people that went to Congress, and he told Congress that the future of America will be people on a universal pay scale. But the UN initiative spoke about it before that with the Agenda 2030. But before it was 2030, it was like 2021.
Okay.
So Agenda 2021 is a UN initiative to create these smart cities. And in these smart cities, everything is 15 minutes away. And what also will be given is everyone will be given a check. So they're going to create the illusion that they're getting rid of this capitalistic society. Like, they're going to be ridding it of that. But it's not true. It's just a ruse. But this is all problem, reaction, solution. It's going to get worse. But if you're smart enough to figure it out, you can win with this. There are ways to win against this, but they're like the
if I
today
can jump
in New York.
Elvis, if I can jump in for a second.
Please.
You make some very, very good points. And with regards to what happens November the 1st, do you think that because we're in a different society, as you've pointed out on many, many different times, maybe we won't see chaos? Maybe we'll see something digital behind the scenes or on social media. Maybe there will be other ways for people to get assistance, if you will, not necessarily these SNAP benefits, but will there be something else, in your opinion, other than just people fighting, stealing, getting tackled, and stuff like that?
Okay, so I misunderstood then. When I say it's going to get worse, no. People are not going to, let's say, uprise and freak out on the streets. That's not the worst I'm talking about. Okay. The worst I'm talking about is that the people are going to feel like there's no end. There's going to be a doom and a gloom aspects of having to, look at homelessness as a reality. And a lot of people are not going to opt for crime. They're not going to opt for, there's going to be many examples going to be made of the people that do the crimes. That's why they're making it very normal for us to see military in our cities now.
Okay.
With the National Guard in all the cities. And today they had in New York City on Canal Street, they had ICE running around.
Yeah.
Arresting people. It was a show, though. It was nothing but a show. I think they arrested 40 people.
If I can jump in, I've got that video in the queue. Federal agents cracked down on illegal vending on Canal Street. That was crazy in New York City, Canal Street.
Right. Yeah. It's to normalize the military and the military's presence, because I don't think people are going to wall out because there's going to be so much military presence. But what's going to happen is it's going to break the people's moral like their well-being, their mental well-being will be broken in order to bring in this universal pay scale.
Elvis, stay with me a second. I don't mean to cut you short. David, can you Google Living It Up? Bay has a comment on the screen. It's already taking jobs. 16,000, or did you mean 1,600? People just got laid off at Nestle. 16,000 would be crazy. I'm sorry, Big Elvis, you were saying, sir?
No. I'm just saying this is all, once again, problem, reaction, solution. It's very government way of dealing with the people. It's something that they've always have done. From the last reset from 1850 to 1906, that was the last reset. This is possibly the next reset, where a lot of people are not aware, but in like 1909, there were like 200 mental institutions in the United States of America. Whereas just 20 years before that, there was only like 60. When the reset happens, people will lose their minds to some degree, and they will be going to these places to get some straightening.
Elvis, hold on a second. David, what'd you get? 1,600 or 16,000?
16,000 over the next 2 years, actually. Right?
Whoa.
Yeah, and expected to save roughly about $3.7 billion this move over the next 2 years.
Okay, 16,000 worldwide, not in the U.S.
Yeah, and this is according to Yahoo Finance.
Say again?
This is according to Yahoo Finance.
Okay. Big Elvis, side note. Did you see the new Tron movie? Are you into Tron?
I am into Tron, but I didn't get to catch it. Not yet. I'm going to catch it possibly this weekend, but I will be checking it out.
I enjoyed it. It was decent.
Yeah.
Decent.
Yeah, I remember the video game as a kid and the motorcycles. You know, we all wanted to drive one of those things. You know, if we look at the world that we're in right now, and we look at like places like Spain, and we look at London and Paris, they're going through what we're going through here. It's a worldwide thing. It's not a New York or an American thing. It's not these companies. It's a reset that's about to happen. And if you're not with the program, they're gonna do like they did.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
They're gonna do like they did in the 1857 to 1906, and they will put you in a place and give you some straightening. And most people are not gonna fall for that. They're gonna fall on. They're gonna get in line, and they're going to assimilate to the new plan. And you know, some of us have a lot to worry about, and others will keep our heads up, and we will win. It's depending on your mentality, but you know, the SNAP thing is just the beginning.
I'm not a conspiracy theorist, as you know, but I think there's a lot of validity to what you're saying about a reset. This has got to peak at some point. It's got to peak at some point.
Right.
Coming into the holidays, people are going to be frustrated, really frustrated.
Yeah, and it's perfect when it happens around the holidays, because what they'll do is they'll usher in some sort of like, more people are going to be upset with God at this time. Why this happening on the holiday time? So it's a good time to beat your morale down, break the people, and do it around the holiday times when they're feeling like they're lowest and when the suicides are going to be at the highest. So this is a good time for government to come in, and then that's just when they're going to usher in the one religion. You know, they're going to be pushing like possibly Christianity, like from the Charlie Kirk aspects of it, like that push. You know, and they're gonna be, you know, it's gonna be interesting. I'll be here, or I'm gonna be here for it.
Elvis, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you.
All right, Star. Thank you. And
Thank you.
peace out, David. Love your
Take
work,
care.
buddy.
Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thank you. Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
Big Elvis, the chef, Rosenberg. Guys, sit tight in the queue. Someone sent me an email, pardon me, a donation. Nick Shirley and crew attacked by migrant scammers in New York City. Can I play this on the show without... Is this violence? Got to be careful on YouTube. Just all I see is some black guy sticking up his middle finger. Hold on a second. Thank you for the donation, RR. And thank you, Deeds. All right. Someone says, yeah. I'm gonna be very, very careful because last time we played, what was that we played in the stream? Stream got taken down. I'm very careful now. Guys, on the screen, that's Deeds Cash App. If you would be so kind to send Deeds a small token of your appreciation. I'm here tonight because Deeds pulled the strings again. Last night I overexerted myself and I said I got to go lay down. And thank you to Colleen and others who checked on me and told me to take a few more days off. But no, earlier Deeds says tonight's a good night to die if you're gonna die. Area code 609. Please watch the language. Good evening. We're talking about SNAP benefits and a few other things. Are you there? 609. Yes, no, maybe. Okay. We have to keep it pushing. Area code 812. Are you there? Are you ready?
Yeah. What up, Star?
Hey, who's this?
ADO, Underhanded, Indiana.
Hey, man, how are you, sir? Where do you want to start?
Pretty good. I'm glad you're doing well, Star.
Thank you.
Chill Rob G is suing that other group over the I Got the Power song. He said, I'll be damned if they take my SNAP benefits.
Chill Rob G from was he from Jersey City back in the days?
Yeah.
Okay. What's going on?
You know, they had that song, I Got the Power.
Got the power.
SNAP benefit.
Okay, sir, I appreciate the left field humor, but now can we get on topic? SNAP benefits.
All right.
Stop. Come on.
Yeah, it's gonna be a crazy Thanksgiving for a lot of people, you know. I done seen videos about people talking about canceling Christmas because they ain't got it. You know, it's gonna be crazy.
Are you yourself connected to anybody who gets, SNAP benefits? A lot of people get SNAP, man.
My niece just had a child, but her fiance is working, so okay. I think she was getting a little bit of formula, but nothing serious. But no, not really.
Okay,
not really.
Are you concerned about people who really do need assistance? The elderly, people who have suffered hardships. I mean, we can't just look at, single black women as the only people, on SNAP. I mean, that's not right, is it?
I don't know. I mean, a lot of women were abusing the system and they just got the rug pulled out from under them. So it's like, so for those who was abusing the system, getting pregnant, getting the baby daddy and welfare and all that, it's like, hey.
What state you calling from, sir? What state you calling from?
Indiana.
Okay. If you Google in New Jersey, small hats, welfare, scamming, and all sorts of stuff. New Jersey far surpasses a lot of these black people in inner city areas. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. They say Owen County, Kentucky, Owsley County, Kentucky is the most welfare, has the most welfare. So I don't know about SNAP if that's connected, but that's all.
So are you a religious man by any chance?
Yeah.
Showrunner, prosperity preaching in the black church. Do you pay tithes? Do you have anybody in your family that, seeds, offerings, and money and things of that nature?
Yeah. There's a lot of the town I'm in is very churched out. You know what I mean? So yeah, they real religious in this town here in Indiana. So, are you talking about the guy asking for $2,000?
Well, we mentioned that earlier. You're talking about Bishop Winans from the Winans family.
Bishop Winans.
Bishop Winans. I don't know whether he's C.C. Winans' cousin or brother. I don't know. I get them confused. But what are your thoughts on tithing, sir, and making offerings and anointings and things of that nature?
I mean, at this point, if you think money can get sent to God, I mean, you're delusional. I mean, man is keeping the money. So, after the church, electricity bills and all that get paid for, it's going in the preacher's pocket. You know what I mean? So, I don't know. So, I mean, people's delusional with that, but that's neither here nor there. So
I appreciate the call, sir. Salute.
Salute.
David, I think I can handle it from here, man. I appreciate you, but I want you to make sure that we address anything that you haven't addressed. Let me get your information on the screen. And guys, David D. Cordova from Today's Religious Talk was kind enough to co-host with me through most of this show because my energy and my breathing and my oxygen just wasn't really strong earlier today. So I appreciate you, David. Where do you want to go?
I'll just close on 2 points. Number one, I just want to say this is why the prosperity gospel is a false doctrine, and it only serves as a distraction because we're living in the last days and we're moving towards a cashless society. Cash will be obsolete. So if there's universal basic income, where's the prosperity now? So it was just a distraction to get us away from what's really taking place. And this whole food stamp situation just proves it even more. And secondly, if I could just go back to the whole idea of prayer and someone else manifesting your reality, I would like to say, when someone says, I'll pray for you, you should take that as an insult. And the reason why is because it presupposes that they have a better relationship with God than you do, and that God will listen to them on your behalf. And you don't need anyone to arbitrate on your behalf when it comes to God. So that's the only points that I wanted to make. And I just wanted to extend my sincere gratitude and appreciation to you. I'm happy that you're back.
Thank you, man.
It wasn't prayer, but more visualization, because every time I'm preparing my evening supper, my meal, I always have the laptop positioned. And during the time that you were gone, it's like I visualized that the show was on, but it wasn't during that week time. But I just see the laptop, and in my mind's eye, I pretend, oh, there's Star on the screen. So maybe it was visualization. Who knows? But either way, I'm sure damn happy that you're back.
Thank you, man.
I think I speak on behalf of the sponsors as well, that we can't move products, we can't push our channels, we can't do anything if this platform's not up. So
thank you.
Thank you, because you're helping us to get our message out. Today's Religious Talk is more than a channel, it's a movement. And we're not anti-Christ, we're anti-culture. So please subscribe to my channel, and always the greatest.
Thank you, David.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Okay, have a great night. We'll talk tomorrow.
Too. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. Bye-bye, sir.
David D. Cordova tapping in. I'm going to take a couple of more calls and then take a break. If that's okay with you guys. Let me put my email information on the screen. Hey, also, as I said, yesterday. We want to get some new banners in rotation for the intros and the outros of the show. If you guys have banners, or if you need a banner, pardon me, reach out via email. We're going to try and get those new banners set up and situated for Saturday night. I've got an idea for a Saturday show. I'm not going to tell you just yet. Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Guys, sit tight on the phones. I need to mention something. There's a chance I may be moving back up north. I was supposed to go up there for a meeting for business. Some of you know this already. And then I got pneumonia. I was sat down. So my talks have actually turned into now me moving back up north. I'm not 100% certain, but I'll know in the upcoming weeks. With that being said, tomorrow at some point, I'm going to post in the community section my big ass Bob Marley and the Wailers. I think it's like a maybe 7 platinum plaque. It's huge. It's 5 feet tall. I no longer want to travel with this. I'll tell you more about it tomorrow, but I'm going to post this in my community section. I have to downsize, and you can see a video of it in my, if you go to my my IG page, but I'll post a picture tomorrow. I don't want to keep traveling with certain things. I'm just older now, and I don't have the energy. So just want to say that because some of you do ask me about some of the gold and platinum plaques that I have acquired from working at the record labels and radio stations as well. But I'll keep you up to speed tomorrow in the community section. All right. Let me go to area code 416 for right now. Hey, 416, are you there? Good evening. Good morning.
Good evening, Star. Shalom, Frankie G on this check-in.
Shalom, Frankie G. How are you, man? It's cracking.
I'm doing good tonight. I'm glad to see you back up and running. How you feeling, Star?
I'm all right, man. I'm a little short on the breath, but I'm here.
Yeah, man. You got to take it easy. But first of all, great topics tonight.
Thank you.
Fantastic show. Elvis the Chef Rosenberg was on the right track, if you know what I mean. The problem, reaction, solution.
Yeah.
The other day when they called in and the topic was the N-word, Colleen called in shortly after me.
Okay.
And she also touched on what I'm about to touch on, which is the small hats propagating all this stuff.
Uh-oh. Come on, Frankie.
Yeah. And then you mentioned it today. And I would just like to say there's no coincidence. You know, when there's these sort of problems, the problem, reaction, solution is always presented to you by the same people.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Canada, just like America and many other countries around the world, suffer from the same problem, which is it's a two-party system. And both parties, unfortunately, you've got their, the small hats have their hooks very, very, very deep into both. So it's very easy, you know what I mean, to just manipulate people and control narratives when you're the one pushing everything. So everything was anti-liberal, anti-Biden, Obama, etc. So now, of course, the media is going to push, well, this was a disaster. We need a change. And then people are going to flip flop. And then, they put in the orange man, who I would have voted for, by the way, if I was an American. I would have voted for him.
Okay.
You know what I mean? However, as we know, the orange man is very much a puppet, if not a pet.
Whoa.
A pet.
Easy.
A pet.
Easy.
A pet of the chosen race, Star. You know what I mean? So this whole
chosen culture.
No. I said what I said. The chosen people.
Well, you said race. Technically, it's not
Yeah,
a race.
the chosen race, the chosen people, whatever they want to call themselves. I don't know what,
Come on.
And it's the same thing everywhere else in the world. It's a two-party system, so they're shook. They don't care as long as that's in place, and they can keep doing these things. Like you got people freaking out over welfare, and I agree with you, man. It's a very serious problem. My mom's retired. She's older. My father passed away a couple of years ago.
Okay.
She's got me and my sister take care of her. We help her out, but she's got bills she's got to pay, and the retirement fund and all that stuff is not what it needs to be in order for the upkeep. So I'm with you. It's very much not. It's not an issue of just broke ass like they like to show on TV.
Yeah.
Whether it be redneck.
They're just exploiting black people by way of this whole SNAP thing. There's other pieces, as Elvis pointed out, and as you're saying, in play. But November 1st, it goes down.
They're going to show you on the news. They're going to show you black people tripping out, and the reality is most of it's going to be trailer trash, respectfully, that suffer from this. But like you said, there's very much people in need of government funding. People that are sick, people that are,
I believe that.
You know what I mean? So that's a very serious problem, and I think they're. I don't know, but over there it's a little bit different because you guys got certain gun laws and regulations. But over here, they're so shook with the people and what's going on over here that they're now telling people, Star, I don't know if you're familiar with this. I wish David was still on the line so he could confirm what I'm saying. But we've got so much homelessness, so much crime, and so much illegal immigration problems up in Canada that people are getting robbed left, right, and center, killed, stabbed, shot, all that stuff every single day, to the point where they're not reporting, robberies of, the same jewelry store at the same mall got robbed 5 times in a month, and you won't even see it on the news. You see it on social media. That tells you that there's an issue with poverty. You know what I mean? Because I look at that as, streets got to eat. I'm going to get mine whether I got to go to work, but if there ain't no work, guess what? I'm going to grab the blicky and I'm going to get busy in the street. That's how I am. Absolutely. You know what I mean? I need to eat, Star. So I ain't mad at nobody, doing what they got to do to survive. But like I wanted to continue down that road. There's problems, and over here they're very shook because if there was some sort of they're trying to take everyone's guns away and this and that. Like it's very different here with the gun laws in general compared to the states we are.
Yeah, I was gonna say up in Canada, you guys can't. Is there any concealed carry up there? You can't walk around.
No, there's not. You can't do that. I got my gun license, but you can't just like you do ride around with Carucci with blasting amigos and mean mugging people.
Shots
You
fired.
can't just you can't do that over here, and they keep trying to enforce all these crazy new gun laws, like you got to keep the gun here, and then there's no handguns, yada yada yada, and it's because they're slowly getting afraid of the people, because people are getting very, very frustrated, and people are hungry and got problems, right?
Let me jump in for a second, Frankie G. How close are you to the American border? You're up in Canada.
I was very close because I was in Toronto, so that was about 45-minute to an hour drive to Buffalo there. Now I'm a bit further, about like a 4-hour drive to I believe Montana or so. So I'm fairly close anyway. But if I could just land my plane, Star, and I'll be out on my way. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna say it one more time. It's the same people that are presenting you the problems and the solutions, and I'm glad to see more and more people are calling in and waking up to what's really going on out here, because it's time, man. We gotta rise up and we gotta do something, because if not, you're gonna wake up with you're gonna be on your knees and wondering what the hell happened. You know what I mean?
Okay. I appreciate you, Frankie G.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Appreciate you, Star. God bless.
God bless, man. God bless. Take care.
Peace. Peace. Peace.
Area code 778. Good morning. Good evening.
Shalom. The hater is back.
Joseph, shalom. How are you,
He's
man?
back better than ever.
It's cracking, man.
It's like Hanukkah came early.
Hey. Good to hear from you. What's
What's
up, man?
happening, Star?
I'm all right.
Hey, I'm just wanted to call in. I just wanted to call in and talk some ish, but I'm glad to see you back, man. It's been, your entertainment brightens up a lot of people's day, but I know you don't like people calling in and being positive and all that. So let's get to the bull.
No, you can be positive, man. I've learned to just slow down a little bit more since this pneumonia. I mean, I'm still the same. Don't get it twisted. I'm a non-believer, but I appreciate the support, man. And you did reach out when I was, in the ICU. I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you got that email because I figured, a lot of people were probably reaching out to you. But it's did you happen to catch the game last night, man? It's looking good for Toronto, man.
I saw parts of it. So they're going to face the Dodgers in the World Series.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And, this is a big deal. I think the Blue Jays, we haven't gone to the World Series since, I don't think I was born at that point. It must have been I want to say 94.
I'll Google it. Go ahead.
Yeah, but no, so it's looking good, man. It's looking good. That was a good last couple games. They really brought it together in that last one. I think they were down I think it was 3-1. And, no, it's good, man, because, my pops has been in the dialysis clinic, so I'm glad we kind of got this World Series now to really bond over. You know what I mean? It's a good, wholesome, just trying to come by here and not just spew my usual bullshit. I'm trying to be a little bit more positive this time around. We're happy to see the haters back. I know a lot of people in the chat probably enjoyed a month off of hearing my voice, but the small hat is back. The small hat is back, and we're like New York football, Giants on Jets. We like New York football, Giants on Jets, so get used to it. And keep blaming us for all your problems.
Hold on a second. I'm looking at Toronto Blue Jays World Series championships, 1993 and 1992.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So I was born in 96, so I wasn't even a sperm at that point.
Now, I don't know if they went to the World Series and lost since then, but that's according to what I'm saying, the last time that they won, 92 and 93. Go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I was just saying to everybody in the chat, next time there's traffic driving on your way to work, make sure to blame the Jews for it, because people love to see them. I tuned in, and the first thing I hear is someone blaming Jews. It's yo, man, it's go blame some Dominicans or something. Figure something else out, man.
Well, it was Frankie G. He's up there near you in Canada.
Oh, yeah, maybe we'll meet up and go to a Blue Jays game. I'll buy him a pretzel.
Hey, man,
Get him.
Great to hear from you. I'm going to sign off because I got to go. Got to go get on the oxygen tank in there and just.
Hey, man, even the hater needs some rest, man. Even the hater needs some rest.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hey, good to hear from you, sir. Good to hear from you, sir.
Man. We'll talk soon, Joseph.
All right, shalom.
Shalom. Okay.